चौरी चौरा शताब्दी महोत्सव के उपलक्ष्य में मैं आपके सामने एक अज्ञात रचनाकार की रचना सुनाने जा रही हूँ, जिसका शीर्षक है वंदे मातरम। छीन सकती है नहीं सरकार वंदे मातरम, हम गरीबों के गले का हार वंदे मातरम। सर चढ़ों के सर में चक्कर उस समय आता जरूर, कान में पहुंची जहां झनकार वंदे मातरम। जेल में चक्की घसीटे भूख से हो मर रहा, उस समय भी बक रहा बेजार वंदे मातरम। मौत के मुंह में खड़ा है कह रहा जल्लाद से, भोंक दे सीने में वह तलवार वंदे मातरम। डॉक्टरों ने नब्ज देखी सर हिलाकर कह दिया, हो गया इसको तो यह आजार वंदे मातरम। ईद, होली, दशहरा, शबरात से भी 100 गुना है हमारा लाडला त्योहार वंदे मातरम। जालिमों का जुल्म भी काफूर सा उड़ जाएगा, फैसला होगा सरे दरबार वंदे मातरम।
वन्दे मातरम्, वन्दे मातरम्। सुजलां सुफलां मलयज शीतलां, शस्य श्यामलां मातरं वन्दे मातरम्। शुभ्रज्योत्स्नां पुलकितयामिनी, पुल्कुसुमित द्रुमदलशोभिनी, सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी। सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरम्, वन्दे मातरम्।
शहीदों की चिताओं पर लगेंगे हर बरस मेले, वतन पे मरने वालों का यही बाकी नशा होगा। Good morning everyone. Today we all are here to celebrate the forgotten heroes of the freedom struggle. With the completion of 100 years of the Chauri Chaura incident, our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi paid tribute to the heroes of the freedom struggle. He inaugurated Chauri Chaura Centenary Celebration at Chauri Chaura, Gorakhpur, Uttar Pradesh, and released a postal stamp dedicated to the event. Now, remembering our history, I would like to throw some light on the incident. On 2nd Feb 1922, a retired army soldier named Bhagwan Ahir led the non-cooperation movement against the high food prices and liquor sale. The protesters were beaten by the local police and several leaders were imprisoned at the Chauri Chaura police station. On 4th Feb 1922, in response to the incident, a group of 2,000 to 2,500 protesters participating in the non-cooperation movement clashed with the police, who opened fire. They attacked the police station and set the police station on fire. The occupants were killed, and those who tried to escape were beaten to death. Mahatma Gandhi, who launched the non-cooperation movement on August 1, 1920, and called for the boycott of foreign goods, especially machine-made clothes, and denied any assistance to the British rulers, as well as boycotted educational and administrative institutes of the British government. Though the incident led to the withdrawal of the non-cooperation movement on 12th Feb 1922 by Mahatma Gandhi, but still the incident had a great impact on the Indian freedom struggle further. More than 200 people were put to trial on charges of rioting and arson. Out of them, 6 people died in police custody, while 172 were hanged to death. Mahatma Gandhi was also arrested in connection to the incident and sentenced to 6 year imprisonment. The people of India did not forget the sacrifices of these people. An association was formed in 1971 named Chauri Chaura Smarak Samiti to commemorate the martyrs, and in 1973 the Samiti constructed a minaret on both sides near the lake of Chauri Chaura to depict the hanging spot of the martyrs. Later, another Shaheed Smarak was built by the government of India to honor those who were hanged, and names of those executed were engraved in the memorial. A library and a museum has also been set up near the memorial. There's no doubt that the depth of the great sacrifices of a freedom fighter can ever be paid off. They are the reason that we could breathe the air of freedom. They are the people who selflessly laid down their lives for our country. So we all bow down to the martyrs of Chauri Chaura for their contribution towards the Indian freedom struggle against the British Raj. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.
ओ माई मेरी क्या फिक्र तुझे, क्यों आँख से दरिया बहता है। तू कहती थी तेरा चाँद हूँ मैं, और चाँद हमेशा रहता है। तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा, गुल बन के मैं खिल जावा। इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। तेरी नदियों में बह जावा, तेरे खेतों में लहरावा। इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। हाँ 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 हाँ।
चौरी चौरा शताब्दी महोत्सव के उपलक्ष्य में मैं आपके सामने श्री राम प्रसाद बिस्मिल जी की रचना सुनाने जा रही हूँ, जिसका शीर्षक है तरानाए बिस्मिल। बला से हमको लटकाए अगर सरकार फांसी से, लटकते आए अक्सर पैकरे इजार फांसी से। लबे दम भी न खोली जालिमों ने हथकड़ी मेरी, तमन्ना थी कि करता मैं लिपट कर प्यार फांसी से। खुली है मुझको लेने के लिए आगोशे आज़ादी, खुशी है हो गया महबूब का दीदार फांसी से। कभी ओ बेखबर तहरीके आज़ादी भी रुकती है, बढ़ा करती है उसकी तेज़ी ए रफ्तार फांसी से। यहाँ तक सरफरोशाने वतन बढ़ जाएंगे कातिल, कि लटकाने पड़ेंगे नित मुझे 2-4 फांसी से।
ऐ मेरे वतन के लोगों, तुम खूब लगा लो नारा। ये शुभ दिन है हम सबका, लहरा लो तिरंगा प्यारा। पर मत भूलो सीमा पर वीरों ने है प्राण गवाए। कुछ याद इन्हें भी कर लो, कुछ याद इन्हें भी कर लो। जो लौट के घर ना आए, जो लौट के घर जरा आँख में भर लो पानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। तुम भूल न जाओ उनको, इसलिए कही ये कहानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। जब घायल हुआ हिमालय, खतरे में पड़ी आज़ादी, जब तक थी सांस लड़ी वो, जब तक थी सांस लड़ी वो, फिर अपनी लाश बिछा दी, संगीन पे धर कर माथा, सो गए अमर बलिदानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी।
Hello everyone, my name is Yashi Pathak and I'm going to present my views on the Chauri Chaura incident and its relevance today. Because we are born in a free India, we cannot truly understand how our ancestors had fought and earned this freedom for our country. As we are moving toward new years, our past is getting blurred. In real sense, we cannot feel what Indians had gone through during those 200 years. Hundreds of protests, freedom struggles, movements, and incidents took place, and one such incident was the Chauri Chaura incident, which took place on 4th February 1922 at Chauri Chaura in the Gorakhpur district of United Provinces. In this incident, demonstrators set fire to a police station when a large group of protesters participating in the non-cooperation movement were fired upon by the police. This incident caused the death of 3 civilians and 22 policemen. Today, people protest when they are not satisfied by the government or its policies. But now, police has changed its ways of suppressing the protest. Today, we have a number of ways of expressing our feelings, our views on a particular topic, and one such strong weapon is social media. I believe that we should not limit our knowledge only to books. We should rather think that why that incident took place, what was the reason behind, what were its drawbacks, and most important, what could have been a better option to avoid that situation. If we are not learning anything from our past, from our history, and kept repeating the same mistakes again and again, then I think that we are wasting the struggles of our freedom fighters, of our heroes who died fighting for our country, for our India. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
कि तेरा नाम है साचा, मन मेरे यार बाचा, बस नाम तेरा माँ हो। एक पहचान मेरी तू ही, जित जान मेरी तू ही, जहान मेरा माँ।
कुछ पे वार ना 100 वारी जान मैं, कुछ पे वार ना 100 वारी जान मैं, तेरे कुर्बान मेरी माँ। वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम। कुछ करिए, नस नस मेरी खोले, हाय कुछ करिए, कुछ करिए, बस बस बड़ा बोले, अब कुछ करिए। ओ कोई तो चल जिद फड़िए, तू बेतरिए या मरिए, हाय कोई तो चल जिद फड़िए, तू बेतरिए या मरिए। शक दे हो शक दे इंडिया, शक दे हो शक दे इंडिया।
मेरा मुल्क मेरा देश मेरा ये वतन, शांति का उन्नति का प्यार का चमन। मेरा मुल्क मेरा देश मेरा ये वतन, शांति का उन्नति का प्यार का चमन। इसके वास्ते निसार है मेरा तन मेरा मन। ऐ वतन ऐ वतन ऐ वतन, जाने मन जाने मन जाने मन। मेरा मुल्क मेरा देश मेरा ये वतन, शांति का उन्नति का प्यार का चमन। मेरा मुल्क मेरा देश मेरा ये वतन, शांति का उन्नति का प्यार का चमन। इसके वास्ते निसार है मेरा तन मेरा मन। ऐ वतन ऐ वतन ऐ वतन, जाने मन जाने मन जाने मन। इसकी मिट्टी से बने तेरे मेरे ये वतन, जिसकी धरती तेरे मेरे वास्ते गगन। इसने ही सिखाया हमको जीने का चलन, जीने का चलन जीने का चलन। इसके वास्ते निसार है मेरा तन मेरा मन। ऐ वतन ऐ वतन ऐ वतन, जाने मन जाने मन जाने मन। ऐ वतन ऐ वतन ऐ वतन, जाने मन जाने मन जाने मन।
This 100th anniversary of the Chauri Chaura incident, let us, for an instant, not remember the freedom fighters, martyrs, nationalist events, or anything patriotic. For an instant, let us only picture what India would have been. Without any of that. A dystopian alternative. It is 2022, India is still the jewel in the British crown, a certain Lord X is the Viceroy of Hindustan. Racism is rampant, the Rowlatt Act in its fullest glory. Gandhiji is long gone. 2 generations of Indians have been begotten in the darkness of colonial rule and have died in it too. Indian newspapers are either a neat, printed source of government propaganda or an honest, patriotic source, struggling with increasing nightly raids on its office. Indian masses bear discrimination and regular blows on dignity with silent passivity. Civil services are a distant mirage, an illusionary step towards India becoming El Dorado. The Chauri Chaura incident, and prior to that, the Khilafat movement, the non-cooperation movement, Kisan movement, the Assam tea plantation strikes, the Assam-Bengal railway strike, nationalist movements led by J.N. Sen Gupta in Bengal, cultivators' strike in Midnapur, defiance of forest laws in Andhra Pradesh, peasant and tribal uprisings in Rajasthan, Akali movement of Punjab, it all bears a new weight and reference after you imagine the dystopian alternative which could have been India. It is at the expense of countless nameless martyrs and countless unlisted sacrifices, and of course, the resilience of leaders whose names are forever etched in history, that we lead today a free life. How do I view my freedom? I view it as nothing special, because this is the atmosphere I was born in. This is the liberty I've seen since forever. But after reading the history of my nation, how do I view my freedom? I view it as been taken for granted, a gift, or shall I say, the gift, which a generation gave to countless generations whose names and faces it would never see, and whose names and faces it saved from being sucked into the grinding mill that was colonialism and imperialism. A real tragedy it would be that this democratic, sovereign nation be divided on the basis of hate, communalism, and intolerance, and the lessons of freedom, sacrifice, liberty, equality, fraternity, written in blood on the aging pages of our history, be smudged by the black ink of hate.
वतन तेरे लिए दिल दिया है, जान भी देंगे ऐ वतन तेरे लिए। तू मेरा कर्मा, तू मेरा धर्मा, तू मेरा अभिमान है ऐ वतन महबूब मेरे, तुझ पे दिल कुर्बान है। हम जिएंगे और मरेंगे ऐ वतन तेरे लिए दिल दिया है, जान भी देंगे ऐ वतन तेरे लिए।
On this anniversary of the Chauri Chaura incident, I present before you the very famous poem Where the Mind is Without Fear by the Bard of Bengal, Rabindranath Tagore. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depths of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sands of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into an ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom. My Father, let my country awake.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत।